Hey, what's up everyone, Same Time Gaming here. Welcome back for another Division 2 weekly vendor reset. Well guys, there is no maintenance, which is, I'm grateful because if now there will be maintenance, I have to wait for like 3 hours because the time, has changed. So yeah, let's get rid of this vendor. So first item we have here is the 0F Badget Tough chess piece. Comes with perfectly unbreakable talent. We have 10.3% of skill haste, 6% of weapon handling, and obviously we have the armor. You can buy this if you are a new player. Reason, not because of the perfectly unbreakable talent, but because you need this particular chess piece on a project. I'm guessing for Ridgeway chess piece project, so you definitely need this for that. Alright, next we have the Tactical Vector SBR 9mm SMG with Optimist Talent. We have 9% of damage to target out of cover, 14.5% of crit chance, and 10.7% of SMG damage. We have the Fall Assault Rifle with Optimist Talent. We have 7% of crit chance, 14.5 health damage, 11% of Assault Rifle damage. Then we have the Tactical M1911 Pistol with Salvage Talents, 8.8% of reload speed, 11% of pistol damage. A 511 Tactical Backpack with Unstoppable Force Talent. We have 5.3% of skill damage. We have armor regen and armor there. Also a chest piece with Empathic Resolve Talent. We have health and skill haste on it, 10.1%. Then we have Offensive System mod, which is 4.6% of crit chance. A drone mod, which is 6.4% duration. A turret mod, which is 5.9% duration. And last, we have a sticky launcher mod, which is 6.4% of damage. Alrighty guys, we're here at the Clans vendor, so let's take a look. We got the Pyromaniac. Okay, so comes with the perfectly ignited talent. We have accuracy on it, 7.7%, which obviously you can change. I would recommend to use it like damage to target out of cover, or if you want, you can go for damage to armor, whatever you prefer. But damage to target out of cover will be the nice option, and the stats are really high. I mean, it's not that too low. You can easily optimize them. Pyromaniac is a very, very good assault rifle, especially on builds with, fire on it. So yeah, you will do quite a lot of damage with this. If you want, you can buy it and try it out. Next, we have the Tip of the Spear Backpack with 6.6% of repair skill, 12.2% of weapon damage. Tip of the Spear Mask with 12.6% of weapon damage, 8.8% of status effect. A Striker's Mask with 11.9 weapon damage, 10.1% of crit damage. Pretty decent one. And then we have MP5 SMG with the Optimist Talent. We have 8.8% accuracy, 18% of crit damage, crit chance, and 11% of SMG damage. Very underrated SMG in my opinion. We have the X45 pistol with Spike Talent. We have 9.5% of stability, 11.9% of pistol damage. The 612 shotgun with Eyeless Talent. We have maxed out headshot damage, maxed out shotgun damage, and armor damage to armor, which is 6%. A Carbine 7 assault rifle, overflowing talent. It always comes with overflowing talent. Somebody tell me that that it comes with the same talent every week. Why there is no different talent? Because it always comes with overflowing talent. That's the weapon. It always gonna drop with this. So every time I see this weapon, I feel like if the attribute is like damage to target out of cover, then I can change the talent to whatever I like, but it never happens. So yeah. And then we have the Walker Harris Mask with 10.7% of weapon damage. We have armor regen here, 5.1% of crit chance, pretty decent one. Then we have 511 Tactical Backpack with Galvanized Talent. We have armor regen, weapon handling 7%, and obviously we have armor there. 511 Tactical Backpack again. Okay, we have Energized Talent. We have maxed out crit chance, 10.2% of crit damage, and again armor. We have Utility Protocol mod, which is 8.6% of skill duration. A Turret mod, which is 6.2% of skill haste. Shield mod. Shield. I was looking at this one. Okay. Defensive Protocol mod, which is 8.9% of disorient resistance. And last, we have a Shield mod, which is 4% damage bonus per enemy. Okay, guys, we're here at the Theater Salmon, so let's take a look. We got the Ulibre shotgun. I don't know how to pronounce that thing. But yeah, it comes with perfect jazz hands talent. We have 8.7% of accuracy, 9% of damage to armor, 10.8% of shotgun damage. We have the double barrel shotgun with ranger talent. We have 11.5% of swap speed, 9% damage to armor, and 9.7% of shotgun damage. Ranger on a shotgun, yeah. We have Socom M1A rifle with status talent, 9% of headshot damage, 10% crit damage, and 11.5 rifle damage. The Empress International gloves with 7.9 skill haste, 9.7% crit damage can be useful. Yep. We have Empress International knee pads with repair skill on it, 14.8%, and 8.6% of hazard protection. Then we have Defensive Protocol mod, which is 11% protection from elites. Come on. 12, at least 12 would be nice. We have Seeker Mine mod, which is +1 cluster mine. Shield mod, which is 4.3% of holster regeneration. Firefly mod, which is +1 max target. And last, we have a Decoy mod, which is 5.5% of duration. Okay, guys, we're here at the campus elements, so let's take a look. We got the Commando, obviously. We have Commando with perfectly naked talent. We have 7% of damage to check it out of cover, 96% of headshot damage, and 10.3% of marksman rifle damage. We have the M700 Carbon marksman rifle with breadbasket talent, 9.2% of accuracy, 91% of headshot damage, and 10.8% of marksman rifle damage. We have the Black Market RPK LMG with vindictive talent of 6.3% reader speed, 9% damage to target out of cover, 14.2% of damage. LMG damage. If this was damage to armor, the talent was good enough, then it would be a really nice buy. But unfortunately, it's not. Then we have the Ultimate Mask with 6.4% of skill damage, 5.2% of crit chance, Empress International Holster with 10.3 skill haste, 5.5% of weapon handling, Utility System mod, which is 8.4% skill duration, Chem Launcher mod with 5.9% heal, Hive mod with 8.2% of reviver armor repair, skill. Sorry, not skill. I mean, it says skill mod, but it's a pulse mod. Yeah, 8.9% of effect duration, and last we have a trap mod, which is 5.9% of duration. Alrighty, guys, we're in DZ East vendor, so let's take a look. We got the new reliable LMG. Okay, it's here. We have 30% of weapon handling, a maxed out health damage here, and damage to target out of cover, and LMG damage is kind of like midway, you know. If you want, you can use it. It's gonna cost you DZ credit, but you can definitely find this weapon in open world, so no need to buy it from here. If you don't have one, you can go for it, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend that much because the stats are low. But it's a very good LMG though. We have the SR1 marksman rifle with first bullet talent. We have 8.6% of stability, maxed out headshot damage, and very low marksman rifle damage there, 6.1%. Infantry MG5 LMG with ranger talent. We have 8% of headshot damage, 9% of damage to target out of cover, 11.3% of LMG damage. It's kind of alright. Then we have Eclipse Protocol Mask with 7.4% of explosive resistance. We have Eclipse Protocol Holster with 10.1% of skill haste. A Fenris Mask with 12.2 weapon damage, 3.5 crit chance, and 9% status effect. Ultimate Holster with 11.1 crit damage, 7.7 hazard protection. A Utility System mod, which is 10% skill haste. Chem Launcher mod with 6.1% of heal. Hive mod with +4 repair charges. Pulse mod with 8.8% of radius. And last we have a Trap Charge mod, which is 4.1% of duration. Okay, guys, we're in the DZ South vendor, so let's take a look. We got... wait, what? We're doing a different week, right? I'm pretty sure the vendor has reset, right? Yeah, 6 days, 23 hours. Yeah, okay. So that means we have the apartment back to back. Okay, yes. So I've never seen the apartment, never ever seen the apartment on sale 2 weeks in a row. When I was fast traveling here, I had this thing on my mind. Like, what if we have the apartment here again? And now that's just too much, but it is here. Oh, wow. That is insane. I'm freaking out right now because I was literally thinking about it, but it's here. If you missed previous week, you can get it now. You know, there's your chance. The stats are not that high like the previous one, but it's the apartment. You can change the magazine size to damage to target out of cover, and you can optimize the crit chance, which will take, you know, some time and need a lot of resources to do so. But again, it's the apartment. Next, we have the Banshee SMG with Perpetuation Talent. We have 5% of damage to armor, 15% of crit chance, 9.9% of SMG damage. A Follow Soul Rifle with Perpetuation Talent, 18.5% optimal range, 15% of health damage, and 11.7% of Soul Rifle damage. The M45A1 Pistol with Ignited Talent, 3.6% rate of fire, 10.4 pistol damage. Hardware Backpack with health on that. Then we have Clippable Spear Chest Piece with 9.3% weapon damage, 8% headshot damage. A Hanayu Backpack with Protected Talent with 6.5% skill damage and 8.4% of status effect. It's actually a decent one. You can change the Protected Talent to like a tech support or something like that. You know, you can use this. Yeah, so really nice. Then we have Fenris Chest Piece with 13.9% weapon damage, 9.3% of skill haste armor region there, and we have the Gunslinger Talent. Offensive Protocol mod, which is 4.7 crit chance, a drone mod, which is 6.4% duration, a turret mod, which is 4.3% burn damage, and last we have a sticky launcher mod, which is 4.3% of skill haste. Alrighty, guys, we're in DZ West vendor, so let's take a look. We got the... Oh, come on. Boo. This thing again. Perfect Jazz Hands. We have 7% of crit chance, 9% of damage to armor, 10.4%. I mean, what the... Well, we have Tactical Super 90 SVI Shotgun, Fast Hands Talent. We have 7.8% of stability, 10% of damage to armor, 9.7% shotgun damage. You have the 1886 Rifle with Strain Talent, 5% damage to armor, 10% crit damage, and 10.4% of rifle damage. That's a decent one. We have Aces and 8 Gloves with 9.8% of weapon damage, 8.4% of hazard protection. Hunter Fury knee pads with 10.2 weapon damage, 5.5% weapon handling. Emperor's International gloves with 9.8 skill haste, 10% of critical damage, decent one. We have China Light knee pads with 6.9% skill damage, 4.3% of crit chance. Defensive Protocol mod, which is 15,517 armor on kill. What is it? A Secret Man mod, which is 6% of healing. Shield mod, which is 4.3% of shield health. A Firefly mod, which is +1 max target. Decoy mod, which is 6% of health. So that's it for DZ West. So let's go to New York. Alrighty guys, we're here at New York, Haven Settlement. Let's take a look what Benitez got for us. We have the Police UMP45 SMG with measured talent. We have 11.6% of stability, 11% of crit chance, and 8% of SMG damage, like 50-50. We have a classic RPK LMG with Sadist talent, 11.6% of swap speed, 8% damage to target out of cover, 13% of LMG damage. The Socom M1A rifle with Optimist talent, 10.6% accuracy, 15% crit damage, and 7.4% of rifle damage. The Serious pistol with Vindictive talent, 8.7 reload speed, 10.8 pistol damage. A Petrov Defense Group backpack with Opportunistic talent. We have 11.3 repair skill, 7% of weapon handling, and 12.9 weapon damage. A Bellstone Armory gloves with their armor. We have health as well, and 8.4% of status effect. Providence holster with 9.6% weapon damage, 7% of headshot damage, 7.5 skill damage. We have Offensive System mod, which is 10.3 crit damage. Utility Protocol mod, which is 10.1 skill haste. A Drone mod, which is 6.5% duration. Pulse mod, which is 6.3% cone size. And last, we have a Trap mod, which is 5.9% of duration. Alrighty guys, we're at the final vendor, so let's take a look. We got the Honey Badger here. Okay, comes with the preservation talent. We have damage to target out of cover, 14.5% health damage, 11.2% of assault rifle damage. Decent stats. You can change the talent to whatever you want if you want to use the Honey Badger. Pretty good weapon. The only downside is it has only 3 mod slot, but yeah, you can use it. It's actually not bad weapon. Next, we have the military MK46 LMG with Frenzy talent, 6.5% crit chance, 8% damage to target out of cover, 11.8% LMG damage. The 716 CQB rifle with Fast Hands talent, with maxed out damage to armor, 11% of crit damage, 9.1 rifle damage. The X45 tactical pistol with ignited talent with 8.3% accuracy, 11.7% pistol damage. A Fenris backpack with shock and awe talent, 3% crit chance, 7.9 explosive resistance, 11.9 weapon damage. A Grupo Sombra gloves with 10.6 weapon damage, 7.5% skill damage, and 16.1 repair skill. A Providence holster with 10.2 weapon damage, 4.3 crit chance, and armor regen. We have Defensive System mod, which is 8.5% shock resistance. Offensive Protocol mod, which is 4.7% of crit chance. A Drone mod, which is 4.8% of damage reduction. Firefly mod, which is 5.9% of blind effect duration. And last, we have a Sticky Launcher mod, which is 4.8% of blast radius. Whew. Okay, so that's it for a weekly vendor, guys. I mean, the vendors has some decent stuff for new players, especially for, you know, recalibrating the stats if you want the max out stats for some gear pieces or something like that. Otherwise, the apartment is the highlight of this weekly vendor again, like previous week. If you have missed the apartment, if you haven't bought the apartment SMG from previous week, then you can buy it from now. Obviously, you need some DZ credit to do so. It's a very, very good SMG. It's a Dark-Zone exclusive SMG. That's why I'm recommending you guys to buy this. The named SMG, very good one. So definitely buy that. So that's basically for the video. Hope you guys will find what you're looking for, and I will see you guys in the next one. Till then, peace.